flex me a bad body. So, it's another one, yeah, it's a full run, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Welcome to iBoxingHub. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours Truly Tre. What's good?
I'm all good, cuz. How's your day been?
It's been a long day. It's been a long day. I'm half asleep, but I'm excited to talk about boxing. You and yours?
Yeah, you know what? It's been a tremendous day. No complaints. We've had a bit of sun, so blessings to everyone who obviously enjoyed a bit of the sun. And cuz obviously before we get started, we have to do the shout outs, of course. So big up D Rock. We obviously are working in association with D Rock. So guys, just head over to their website, just go into the description and just browse through. If there's anything that you like, fancy, just use the discount code iBoxingHub24 and you can get 40% off anything. So guys, just take advantage. And big up to Aisha as well, Green Diamond Boxing. So the interview with Radio Raheem is out now. So Al Heyman, can you play a little bit of the clip for us from the show?
Parker had the right game plan. They weren't either able to adjust to it. They were both kind of relying on a big one-punch knockout. Zhang almost got it. I don't think Wilder got it close. And so this time, facing each other, one or the other is going to have to elevate their skill level and prove that they're more than just a one-punch fighter, that they're a technically proficient boxer. And whoever does that will win because they both have the heart, they both have the heavy hand, they both have, the champion spirit. Even though Zhang hasn't become a world champion, I think he has the spirit of a world champion. But now one of them has to elevate beyond what their skill set has been to this point. And, only on the night can we find out who that's going to be.
What's your prediction?
I predict that one of them will be better than the other one.
You're not going to give me a winner.
Well, I can't give you a winner because I'm neither one of these guys, and it hasn't happened yet. See, here's the fallacy about boxing and all these predictions. I roll my eyes when guys will tell you, who's going to win it. I can tell you after the fact how they won.
Yeah.
But on the night, who shows up is the experiment. Like, these two elements have never been together before. That's why they call it a science, because we have two unique elements. And on this coming Saturday night, you will see them react to each other in real time for the first time.
So literally, we've got the big 505 event that's happening over the weekend. So it's just good to get his take, of course. Big up to Abbas, big up to Ray as well for the Stay Weighed-In show they did yesterday. And also big up to True Dollar Bill, the commissioner, and Rico across the way. That guys, if you're not tuning into that show, you're really gonna enjoy the vibe because you're literally getting the US perspective, the UK perspective, again, all in one show. So big up to the family, and big up to Al Heyman, big up to yourself, and big up to the whole of the family as well. Good to get cracking. What are you starting with?
Wait, I wanted to briefly talk about Lawrence Okoli. He made a few comments, and I get it because obviously boxing's about comments and hypes, etc. But he's saying that he wants to fight Usyk and Dillian White next. Now, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, look, no disrespect. I mean, look, self-belief. You have to believe in yourself. If you don't, then who will? But he lost to Chris Williams-Smith. He needs to correct the wrong, and then maybe then he can call out the likes of Dillian White. But Usyk, my G, come on, man. Like, come on. Don't you think he's pushing it a bit too far? I mean, look, you've got the likes of in that division. You've got the likes of what? Baby Miller. You've got Parker. You've got Joe Joyce. Triple D. Yeah, there's so many people. Andy Ruiz, Luis Ortiz. So I just think I get it. The heavyweight, that's where the money's at. I understand, but I don't know. I just think I think it's way too early. Way too early.
No, because obviously it's a fair point. He's obviously just gassed. He just became a 2-weight champion. So he's going to say anything. I'm a massive fan of the source, of course. I weren't really happy that he didn't do that rematch. Obviously, Al Heyman saying him versus Dylan White in London would be a good one. And also, Usyk needs to be 3-time undisputed. I don't think he needs to. I think he could retire after the undisputed fight, the rematch. Is that for the IBF? We don't know, so we're gonna know nearer to the time, of course. But it looks like that fight is confirmed. So Al Heyman, we've got the image for it as well. TNT Sports have obviously confirmed it, and also His Excellency has confirmed it as well. Oh, look at that picture there, undisputed from the legend himself, Lennox Lewis. He's just a legend, cuz man. I think after this fight with Fury, look, you've seen the face off during the fight as well. Just this guy is just legendary, cuz man. So that's why I call him the people's champion. And as you could see here, look, I like the way it's reversed now. Now Usyk's on the left side because he's the undisputed champion. Fury's back on the right side. So it just gives it that juicy taste now. So Fury's going to be coming into the ring first. Usyk's going to be coming with the title. Oh, this is obviously the poll that we have live as well. So guys, if you're not, getting involved in discussions, make sure you get involved in the poll. Just tell us who do you think you're going to win, and we'll reveal the results obviously this Sunday. So what's your thoughts about the rematch after digesting what happened in the first match?
Yeah, I think it can go either way. If I'm honest with you, if we get the Tyson Fury who's on it and who's turned up, and him listening to his coach, then I think the outcome could potentially be different. If I'm honest with you, I mean, there's a long way. I mean, the fight's happening in December, so let's just wait and see. I mean, so far Usyk's got his number, but let's see, because if Usyk beats Fury again, boy, he's beaten AJ twice and Fury twice, then we can't say nothing. We know we can say nothing. Do you know what I mean? But let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see. I don't want to really talk about that too much because we mentioned we talked about that topic so many times where it's just like, let's just wait to see them get in the ring. Let's just wait for the build up. Then that's when we can tell, okay, if Fury's on it, if he's ready, etc.
Look, big up Hakan as well. Hakan's obviously saying Usyk wins unanimous decision in a rematch. I agree with you as well. Bukayo Saka's obviously saying for Usyk, yeah, clear goal. He needs to beat Fury. Then off. They really want this Okoli fight at Bridgeweight, but I don't think there's enough belts in the division to warrant it. A need for Usyk, in my honest opinion, man. It will be just too easy for him. I think. I don't think Okoli is ready for Usyk right
I
now.
think the opponent that I would like to see a Coley fight right in heavyweight is he fought Fabio beat him in Saudi.
Well,
I've got his name
David
now.
Adelaide.
That's it. Yeah. That will be a decent fight for Cody. A good way to introduce himself in the heavyweight division.
Yeah,
That would
man,
be a
I
good
was
fight.
thinking the same. No, that's a good point. That's a good point, because 100% I agree with you. I think it'll be good. But it just makes sense. Let him unify the division, get the WBA belt, then he could talk about in moving up heavyweight, etc. But right now he just needs to unify, man. But cuz we have to obviously talk about El Presidente. You
Mm,
obviously heard the news
mm.
that the IBF title. Big up to Lucy. Lucy's obviously saying, I don't think a Kohli loses to. Ooh, okay. Gives it, all right. World class heavyweights. All right, no, it's a fair point. Big up to Lucy. Obviously showing some love from the States. Because obviously Canelo. Al Haym, we've obviously got the stuff in the back end. So if you could throw it out there for us, yes. So that's just obviously the confirmation from His Excellency about the rematch, of course. And you've got it here from seconds out. So Radio Raheem, his team, they've obviously confirmed this, that set to drop the IBF world title. So he's obviously going to have 3 belts instead of the 4. Cuz, what's your overall thoughts about this, man? El
Smart move.
Presidente.
Smart move. I mean, look, end of the day, look, Canelo, he's a prize fighter, and the opponent who's challenging him for the IBF belt, he ain't gonna generate that much money. You know, Canelo, he needs to fight big people, well, not big people. He fights credible people. Do you know what I'm saying? People who are also who are known as well. Do you know what I mean? All due respect, I don't know this opponent. I don't know nothing about him. Do you know what I mean? So for Canelo vacating that belt, there's a possibility maybe Benavidez might come down and challenge for that IBF belt.
No, it's true. No reason for him to fight Williams
There you
Cole.
go.
Yep, no one knows who that is.
There you go.
Lucy, big up to Lucy as well. I call it a duck, so because
I don't
call it a duck.
honestly.
What's your
I
thoughts?
don't see it as him ducking. If anything, I see him being smart because who is Canelo's next opponent? Do we know yet? Please don't
It's
tell me
up to
Charlo.
him. He's
Yeah.
El Presidente. He could do whatever he likes, cause man, he
So
just
that,
knows
that
where the money
there's
is.
even a possibility. Also I don't know how true this is. It could be Benavidez next after June the 15th. You never know. Canelo might attend. Canelo might call him out, or we might call out Canelo. You never know.
I would love that.
Bud, I doubt it'll be Bud next. 'Cause Bud's fine at the moment, and yeah,
Cool. Cool.
that's all hearsay for now anyway. But he done the right move.
Oh, look, Belanga. I think it would make sense just doing that Belanga fight, just as a warm up before, Benavidez, after his fight. So yeah, why not, man? Let him get his money.
Fair enough. You know, it is what it is. But it's just does Belenga can he be a threat to Canelo? I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think so as well. Obviously, ooh, yeah, look, he is. That's his WBA mandatory challenger. So he's gonna obviously he can't drop every belt. He wants to at least hold some belts, so he has the say, the power. And for me, he's still El Presidente. He's even helping out the division. He's saying, look, IBF, I'll just put it out there for you guys to fight for. So that's why he's the
Yeah.
G, man. That is why he's the G. He'll beat the hell out of Belanga. Lucy's obviously calling it. Beat the hell out of Belanga. Because you know what's going to happen in that fight, man. We just know
Listen,
El Presidente does.
we already know what's gonna happen. It goes to distance, or he's just getting stopped mid to late. That's it.
It's up to him. It's up to
Up
El
to yeah,
Presidente what
yeah,
happens, pretty much.
yeah. So hopefully after Belanga, fingers crossed. Benavidez, it has to happen, mate. It has to happen. 2025. I can actually see that fight happening next year in May.
Told you, cuz I did say. Remember when I said to you? I think I said it to you, or it was Ray and Rico. I said, look, Cinco de Mayo, 2025. I can see that fight happening, man. They'll build up well, and I think it'll be a good fight for the Mexicans, the American Mexicans, like just all of that energy, cuz man. I think it'll be good. It'll be good for the boxing world as well.
Well, yeah. Let's go straight into the big one. The 5v5 Matchroom vs Queensbury, or Queensbury vs Matchroom, whatever. The 5v5 big event.
Oh, hey,
It's
man.
never happened before. It's
You
never
know what
happened
to do,
before.
Al Heyman. You know exactly what to do, my brother. Let's get that on.
Just pause it right there, right? Just pause it right there. So we've got Ball vs Ford. How do you see that one going?
You know what? I'm gonna have to go with Ray Ford, cuz man, I can't even lie to you. Ray Ford, for me, just does the job. Then you got Richards, could be 2-0 at this point. Then you're looking at
Do you know
always the
what? Hutchinson, like I don't. Do you know what? I'm gonna back Richards because obviously I'm a South Londoner. He's from South London,
yeah,
but Hutchinson could cause an upset.
it's possible. It's definitely possible. Then you got Shiraz versus Williams. So this is the captain, taking the armband at this point to get double points. So it
So
just makes it interesting,
I'm
cuz.
going for Shiraz because he's naturally the bigger guy. Moving on swiftly to you can move this now. You can take the screen off.
Yeah,
I
go
wanted
on.
to touch up on Herkovic and Triple D. Now I am very confused. Now I'm going to tell you why I'm confused.
Mm.
They're saying this fight is for the IBF Eliminator, right?
Yeah,
But my understanding, this is where I get confused, right? So Herkovic has been mandatory for what, over a year,
yeah.
and Usyk obviously is now undisputed, right?
Mm.
Now, a few weeks, I believe, was it last week? They said Usyk has to vacate the IBF belt.
Yeah.
So am I right? So basically, so he hasn't vacated the belt, so he's still got the belt.
Yeah, so I don't know if you remember, U6 team was speaking to the IBF organization. So I'm sure His Excellency got involved, made some payments to, get everyone quiet so that we can see this rematch for Undisputed. So I'm guessing this is the eliminator. So I would say Herkovic is putting his number one spot on the line against Triple D in this fight. So that's why it's so important, because if Triple D wins, then he's mandatory. He's got the number one spot. Then AJ
But
might look at that and think, you know what, I might want to fight Triple D. Or if Wilder, gets a big victory, then you might want to
so
look at Wilder as
right,
well. So
so AJ fighting the winner of Triple D and Herkovic, it's not for the belt then. It's just literally for the spot again.
yeah, of course, yeah.
This is
So
mad. This is so. I'm just trying to because I literally thought how I processed that. I thought okay, because what they were saying before was whoever becomes a winner, one of the belts gets vacated. They fight for the belt, and then AJ said because he wants to become 3 times, he'll fight the winner. But that's not the case. So basically, the rematch is for all of the belts again.
from my understanding, that is what's happening right now. But because it's AJ can't just jump in and get title shot straight away, man. So yeah,
No,
I think
I hear that. I,
it makes
but
sense what happens. Him fighting the person who's holding the spot. If that person wins,
yeah,
AJ fight. Yep,
look at Lisa's comment because that's what I thought as well. I literally thought that AJ,
possible.
the person who fights AJ will be for the IBF belt, which means Usyk and Fury. It's no longer for obviously it's for the belts, but it's not for the undisputed, it's for the unified. You know what I'm saying? Unified champion. But it just confuses me a bit because it's just like, then what's the point of AJ fighting Herkovic or Triple D, whereas he can
I
just fight
think
the winner of Wilder or Zhang because commercially it'll be a bigger fight. No.
yeah, he's got options, but from the boxing route, I think it makes sense that he fights the winner out of Triple D Herkovic. If he beats the winner, then he could fight for a title. I think it makes sense. Obviously, for more money, commercially, Wilder versus Zhang, that's the bigger draw. But from the boxing perspective, it makes sense for him to do that fight if he wants to be 3 time what he wants to be, of course.
So okay. So this is this is crazy because it's just I just personally feel that Herkovic is just being cheated out of this. But I mean, look, he could win. Who knows? But so this AJ will fight the winner right in September. Okay, so him fighting the winner in September, if he beats the winner, he then becomes mandatory, right? So
Yeah, yeah, of course.
technically, we could if Usyk was to beat Fury, we can potentially see AJ and Usyk trilogy because obviously AJ will be mandatory for the IBF belt unless Usyk vacates that belt after the
Yeah,
match.
yeah, which I which I
This is
believe
mad.
which I believe will be the case, man. I think after the Fury fight, man, I don't see him, wanting to entertain like a third fight with AJ because it's 2-0, man. Even you could say money, cash cow, but I think Usyk doesn't fight for money, man. He fights for legacy, and he's already achieved the biggest feat in boxing. Becoming undisputed across two
See,
weights.
I'm seeing sorry, Scott. I'm seeing the comment from Saka. He's saying that the belt's on the line. See, this is what I'm saying. I think a lot of people are confused on what's actually going on. So just to, I'm going to explain to the community my understanding, and hopefully you guys understand. So Triple D and Herkovic are fighting for the mandatory for the position for number one position, right? The current champion is still Usyk. Then whoever wins out of Herkovic and Triple D, they will then fight AJ. So they'll defend their mandatory spot, fight AJ, and then potentially AJ could beat that person and become number one, and then you know challenges for the IBF title himself, unless it gets vacated or I don't know. But it's a madness.
Yeah, it's definitely a madness. Obviously, Tony Ellis is saying AJ will fight for the win against the title. You know what? It all just depends on what happens in the back end with Usyk's team, His Excellency. We don't know what's going on in the back end. So once that date is exceeded, we'll know if it's for the belt or whatever. I think just for now, Herkovic is obviously putting his number one spot on the line. Should he win, we don't know what fight he'll pick next, of course. So hypothetically, if Herkovic beats Dubois in an eliminator, then fights AJ in another, then Herkovic would have fought 3 eliminators because he also fought Zhang. It's
That's what
true.
I'm saying. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
of
It
course.
doesn't make sense. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel that he's been cheated. I mean, obviously, I know you get it, but it's just like, dude, they're trying to do a Dylan White, but in a different perspective. Whereas,
But what
Herkovic.
can you do? Because if you've had a fight like Usyk's one where Fury's team put in the rematch clause in the fight, cuz man, so he activated it, he got it back on, so
I
you kind of
get
got to.
no. I understand that, but look, I understand. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the undisputed fight has happened already, right? It's happened. We've got an undisputed champion, right? Which is Usyk, right? That belt, it needs to vanish, go. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Herkovic needs that belt. Because Usyk, because he's tied in to fight Fury, he can't fight Herkovic. He can't defend that belt and fight Herkovic. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Herkovic, that Triple D and Herkovic should be fighting. Technically, should be fighting for that belt. And then whoever becomes the winner. If AJ wants to challenge them, then he can challenge them, and then whatever. But I just feel
You
that
just want, you know what it is, cuz you just want AJ to be skipping cues, cuz man.
No. It's not that. You're missing the point. Like, look, for anyone to understand what I'm trying to say is Herkovic, yeah, has been number one for a while, right? Number
Of
one for a
course,
while. So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. We already have an undisputed champion, right? What I'm saying is that Usyk, his team, whatever, stop being greedy, let it go. Because end of the day, like, look, okay, it's gonna be a bit boring. Okay, let's just say, okay, Fury fights Usyk, yeah, for all of the belts, and then Fury becomes undisputed. Yeah, it's good, but it's not like because it's done now. Do you know what I mean? We it's done
I
after
know. You know
25
what
years.
it is,
It's
cuz
done now.
you know what it is, cuz like obviously I understand where you're coming from, man, in terms of giving people the opportunity and stuff like that, but it's nothing to do with Usyk and his team. Usyk won the fight. He became undisputed, but in the negotiations there was a rematch clause. So Fury wants to
Yes,
get back in this fight, but he wants to fight him for all the belts. He wants that opportunity to be undisputed, man. I think that's his
that's
only. You know what I mean? That's why he's made it like this for the heavyweight division. So during that time, it makes sense for Herkovic to be active, fight Dubois, yeah, and then
yeah.
next fight, yeah, it makes sense, man.
It,
So it builds
it's
the move.
I get all that, but then it could just it's a bit like what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Dillian White
Yeah,
when he was number one, and then he lost to what's his name? Not Pulev, Povetkin.
yeah.
Well, he had a rematch clause, but I'm just saying all of this year it can just all go left. But I mean, look, but me
It's
personally, I just
boxing.
think,
It's
sorry.
boxing. It's boxing, cuz man. That's just the way it is, man. Unfortunately. So if you believe in yourself,
Yes, sorry, it's quite there. Even Lucy even said it. Look, with Spence and Crawford, they had a rematch clause, but IBF still got stripped from Crawford.
yep.
So look, there's a possibility that there's a slim chance that, or it could be a big slim chance that the IBF title could get stripped. Do you know what I mean?
What
Because I'm
cuz
just
let me just say to cut you off, cuz I understand why the IBF and the other titles were stripped from Crawford, because it's been nearly a year since that fight, cuz man. So Crawford hasn't fought anyone since that Spence fight. So for me, it made sense to do that. Usyk literally just became undisputed a few weeks ago, cuz man, and he's registered now to fight Fury in December. It's not even going to be a year. So I understand if Usyk's team wants to have a conversation with obviously the IBF and say, look, His Excellency is, he wants this fight. This fight's happening, and they'll get paid handsomely anyway. Usyk's going to pay the sanctioning fees for the IBF for holding that belt anyway. So I don't see it as a big problem. I think Herkovich, I know it's a bit frustrating for him, but he's a prize fighter. This is a big event that he's going to have, over the weekend. Should he win, there's a potential big fight with AJ, another, big fight for a lot of money, that can put him in a higher position. So I think it works out well for the heavyweight division. I know it's not fair, but it's just the politics of what's happening with boxing right now, man.
See, you said it. You said it yourself. The politics. You see, it's just it is what it is, man. But I
It
just
is what
personally
it
think
is,
that
man. Oh, yep, the strip to November. Oh, look, Lucy's bringing out the facts. Strips in
and the
November.
fight was it July or August?
Yep. So W's. Yep. A few days ago as well. Yeah, it's true. I know. They was slowly just stripping him off the belts, man. But I think for this special occasion, cuz man, it's a rematch. Usyk Fury. Look, let Usyk come in with his undisputed, man, and defend his undisputed against Fury, and then should he win, which I believe he will, just retire, man, and just let the belts go out. So let the likes of AJ, Wilder, Zhang, all these people to, become champion again.
Yeah, like I said, man, I still think Herkovich is being cheated here. But I wanted to move on swiftly onto I believe it's the main event, the Wilder and Zhang. Yeah, that one there, I'm not too sure now. I'm honestly not too sure. I don't know if we're gonna get the old bomb squad, Deontay Wilder. I just don't know, because it's just like watching his last fight. Not even that, he's actually won one fight and he's lost the majority of them. He lost three to Fury, yeah,
Yep.
and one
One in
to
five. 1 in 5, cuz.
you won in five. Sorry, yeah. So I'm not too sure. I'm honestly not too sure. Not all due respect to him, but I don't know if he's saying, yeah, someone's gonna get knocked out. I believe someone's gonna get knocked out, but it could be him.
Yeah, this fight is definitely a toss up, because if it's one of those things that if Wilder that we saw, in the last time in the Day of Reckoning of it, if we see that Wilder against a hungry Zhang, then it could be very, very dangerous. Whereas if Eddie Hearn is somehow able to motivate him to the point and just remind him, look, Bronze Bomber, like, you're the man. I've made you the captain. He's giving him the spotlight. Can he bring out the old Wilder? Because if that Wilder comes, then cuz we've got a tremendous fight, man. Because if it goes to deep waters and he's focused, obviously Malik, he's someone that studies the game to the point where he's constantly watching videos. He says things like, "I dream about Zhang," like whilst he's eating, whilst he's training, whatever. So it's gonna be tough, man. Conor Benn is ranked number 2, but WBC welterweight. Cuz what? Conor Benn. Wow.
Yeah, boy.
Wow. No, obviously that's big up to Conor Benn, man, but that's wow. That's a bit of a shocker, man.
So okay. My question to you and the community: can you see Wilder knocking out Zhang?
It's possible, cuz man. It is possible, but it all depends, cuz, on what Wilder comes in. If it's the old Wilder, yeah, we can expect knockdowns. I could expect like knockdowns in this fight, man, because Zhang's a warrior, Wilder's a warrior. Obviously, Wilder's got more championship experience, I would say, but Zhang, he's also Olympian. So this is just going to be sweet. And the Big Bang has a bang as well. And he's just confident. Even though he lost the last fight, he still felt confident in that fight where, look, I dropped him. I kind of got carried away. Now for this fight, I'm going to be more focused. And because we've had Terry Lane here, you've had his manager here. We know the energy that Zhang brings. Like they're obviously going to bring Chinese power. Then you got the power from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So Bronze Bomber versus the Big Bang. It's going to be explosions, man, in the ring.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to judge it on round one because it's a tough fight for both, and I
Toss up.
think the pressure is on more. The pressure's on Wilder because obviously, for one, he's the captain and he has to deliver. And if he loses, there's a potential retirement. But I don't know. I don't know. They say that, but who knows? It depends how he loses. Do you know what I mean? Or if he wins, where does he go next? Because obviously, will we ever see the AJ fight? But then somebody said he would like to fight Fury again.
Yeah, it's true. Lucy's just confirming here that look, he doesn't deserve it as well. I think she's talking about Conor Ben. Yeah, because this fight is definitely going to be. It should be entertaining. I think this whole card, cause is going to be tremendous. It's going to be entertaining. We've got Wilder there. Hopefully, this Wilder comes out till this day. That energy. He's the captain. You've seen him in there with Eddie Hearn. Championship smile there. He looks happy. I don't think I've seen Wilder this happy. You know, I would say before the first Fury fight. You're seeing them two there. They look very ready for the fight. Zhang's just ready. He's on the left side. He's the favorite. So Wilder's actually coming into this fight as the underdog, man. So this is just going to be so interesting because Wilder's fight could be the sort of determining factor for the whole event because this could be the game point. This could be what Eddie Hearn needs to get the win over Frank Warren, Queensbury. This is just going to be
This is what I'm saying.
Survivor Series.
If Wilder knocks out Zhang, right, within between round 1 and 5, just call out AJ.
Ooh, Brian Mooney Jr. said, ooh, wants bed next. Okay, no, big up to you, Adam. Big up to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, cuz.
If he knocks out Zhang, right, between round 1 to 5, call out AJ. I'm talking about knocks him out like, face down, ass up, just literally to call out AJ. Just say, I want AJ. September, let's go. Do you know what I mean? Because that fight will be made in
In
seconds.
an
But
instant, yeah.
yeah, man, let's see, man. Let's see. But it is what it is, man.
Ooh, Lucy's got Zhang. Lucy's going for the Big Bang Zhang.
So if
Gile
it's Zhang, yeah. Okay. But then where does Zhang goes next? What, is he going to rematch Parker?
AJ. He wants AJ, man. He wants AJ. Remember, we've had Terry Lane here on the show.
Yeah.
He wants AJ.
Yeah.
That's one of the fights. So Eddie Hearn, he could make it happen. Gile Zhang versus AJ, or Wilder versus AJ, or AJ could fight the winner between Herkovich and Daniel Dubois. AJ's got options, man. So he's good because he's living good at the moment. AJ's sitting tight. Gonna watch this fight, and I'm sure he's gonna be ready for the next fight that's coming up as well. So Queensbury, I hope Queensbury up on points and Wilder needs the KO for Matchroom to win. I know it'll make it exciting, Tony. Definitely agree with you. I think this card, it could just be a roller coaster. It could be 1 up and then 1-1 and then 2-1 and then 3-1. Then it could be go crazy, cuz, man. But now, big up to His Excellency for making things happen. I think he definitely used to watch WWE because this feels like Survivor Series. This feels like 5 versus 5. You've got Vince McMahon's team versus, I don't know, an opposing another team as well, man. So yeah, I love the energy, cuz, honestly.
I'm back in Team Matchroom.
Matchroom, you're going for Matchroom to get the victory.
Go for Matchroom.
Oh, can you get
Matchroom.
the polls up for us? Al Heyman, this is what the community is saying at the minute. So guys, just make sure you're getting involved in the poll. So at the moment, Matchroom's winning the poll 56%, and then you've got Queensbury 46%. So it's quite
44.
tight still, cuz. It's quite tight.
Yeah.
You know, I think on the Instagram poll, it's the other way around. So I think Queensbury's winning on that side. So it's literally 50-50, cuz, man. It's going to be exciting. Can't wait for it. Queensbury's obviously winning on Instagram. So, cuz, I just can't wait for the big one, man. Can't wait for it. I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, listen. It's time
Ooh,
in
cuz,
the show.
before you wrap up, just a quick one. Tomorrow, guys, we've obviously got R&R hour. So Raz literally on his way to Saudi Arabia. So he's gonna bring you some content from Saudi Arabia. It's gonna be a special R&R hour. So guys, make sure you tune into that. I got Matchroom 3-2. I think Queensbury wins the 2 heavyweight fights. This is gonna be interesting. Big up to you, Lucy. Thank you so much for that. And cuz, wrap us up, of course, and blessings to the community. Thank you so much for getting involved in the chat.
Yeah, I got Matchroom 3-2 as well. Well, just have to wait and see, innit? But guys, have a lovely, productive week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Keep supporting. More to come, and peace and love.
It's another bang. All the Muslim calls now, whichever get up. I start my scars with a sweet one, bliss. Someone flips me a bag by the end. So, it's another one.